Alright guys, today's finally that day. We are looking at the Xbox Series X. Today's the day that the next generation console has finally arrived, which of course I'll also be getting the PS5 to take a look at that for you guys as well. But today is all about the Xbox Series X, and we're going to take a look at the unboxing, then we're going to take a look at quick resume, you know, some 4K footage of games running on it, all that kinds of stuff to give you guys my early impressions on this thing. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a look.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with the Xbox Series X, so I'm really excited. This is our first next-gen system in the house. Of course, we also got the PS5 that we'll be doing this video for in the next couple of days as well. But I'm really excited to unbox this with you guys, get this set up, take a look at the dashboard together, take a look at the experience and how fast games are loading and stuff. All that stuff we're going to take a look at in today's video. Some early first impressions. But, of course, let's start off with the unboxing here. So, if we open this up, we take a look at the inside of the box. You can see it says Power Your Dreams. So, really, really nice on how this is packaged here and the unboxing experience here and how they did it. I really like the Power Your Dreams thing there. And this is pretty heavy to get out. Put that there. And then right here at the top, looks like we got the controller here. Got the HDMI and power cable here. And just a manual there, so nothing else to look at there. So we can put this down. So, first thing to mention is this HDMI cable is actually really important. This is an HDMI 2.1 branded cable. So if you're using things like, you know, the new TVs that have 120 hertz mode and 4K and stuff, this is a really important cable to be using. So use this cable that came in the box. Not all cables are created equal. So those cheap cables you got from Amazon and stuff may not support 2.1, and you're not going to get the full benefits. So make sure that those are the cable that you're using for HDMI if you can. And here is the controller itself. So the controller is not too different from the other one, from the original one from the Xbox, but there is some changes as you can see here. So there is the share button here. So an easy share button to be able to share clips and take videos and stuff. It's not just a press of a button. And the most distinctive feature, of course, is this D-pad is now an actual D-pad, like kind of like what the Elite controller is. So that design's been changed. And also the grips. The grips in the back here are now more rugged feel when you hold them. So it's definitely got a more rugged feel. Of course, the controller still uses batteries. Some people like that, some people do. Or some people do and some people don't, depending on how you feel. But everything else is pretty much the same. As far as the controller, the face buttons, the analog sticks and stuff. The biggest thing, like I said, being the grips here, the share button, and the D-pad as far as the controller goes. So let's take a look at this console here. All right, move this over to the side. I guess I got to rip into this. Oh no, there's a little tab right here. Power Your Dreams here. I didn't want to destroy it. But yeah, there's an easy way to take that out. All right. Here we go with the console here. Obviously, we all know how interesting of a shape both of these consoles are going to be. This one and the PS5 are both going to be interesting consoles for sure. Here it is. The Xbox Series X. This thing weighs a ton as I'm holding it right now. And it's a little bit bigger, wider-wise than I pictured, but cool, interesting design, industrial, solid design that we have here. You can see like the green indents on the top like they were talking about. But yeah, this is the console. You can see the front there, what it looks like. And then, of course, the back of the unit as well. That shows you guys all the ports and stuff. You got the expansion port here, HDMI port, power cord, Ethernet port, two USBs on the front, along with the one USB on the, two USBs on the back and one USB on the front. So yeah, this is going to be exciting to go ahead and power this on for the first time. So I'm gonna set this all up, get my account logged in, download some games, of course, and then we're gonna explore the UI, see how fast everything is with the new SSD technologies that's in there. And of course, we're going to record some 4K footage of games, see how fast it is to quick resume and go back and forth. So let's go ahead and do it now. All right, guys, here we are with the Xbox Series X home screen. Now, for those of us who have been using the Xbox One X this whole entire time, the interface that got updated on our systems a little while ago will look familiar to all of us here. If you guys have seen it, you can see that the guide now has like the rounded edges on the corner and stuff that it didn't have before. Everything has been reorganized and redone, so I definitely like the interface of the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One X. They just look identical. So if you have the Xbox One X and you've been using it in the last couple of weeks, you probably already got this update and you know what to expect. But just to go over it once over, this is the main screen here. So this is your last game that you played, of course, and these are all the tiles of the games you've played last. Then you got My Games and Apps sitting right there. Some ads for different games there. And this is all customizable. So for me right here, this is the NBA 2K20 here. So I can customize my home by going right into here, and I can actually just straight up remove this if I want to. So I'm not playing NBA 2K20 anymore, so I can just straight up remove that one. You can see the little X button to remove this, or put things on top that are pinned and move things around. So there's a lot of customability. You can even customize the background, customize the guides. So there's a lot of different things you can do here, but you can see that now NBA is kind of gone, and you can organize this in any way you want, which is nice. And the Xbox Game Pass here is nice to have here because you can see all the new games that have been added, and everything that's been added on here. So that's nice. Entertainment, events, community options, and more. So that is what the main screen looks like. Now, if you go over to My Games and Apps, you can see here on My Games, they actually have it where you can now organize it by console type, which is how I like to organize it right now. So you can see here it says games that are optimized for Xbox Series X and S, and then your Xbox One games are sitting at the bottom. So you can see the games that I have currently installed that are supported, that are right there. And you can see that even if you don't sort them by console type and you just group them by letter, you can still see that it has little icons now, which I really, really like that they did. So it has the Game Pass logo if it's a Game Pass game instead of a game that you own, or also the X/S symbol if it's an optimized game, and nothing if it's just an Xbox One game, as you can see here while we're scrolling with the icons. But for now, I do like the fact that I can group them into console types like that. Something else that I really like here is the full library look. So you can go here, and these would be all the games that I currently own. And again, you can organize it by console type. You can see that I have these two sitting up here of games that I fully own. If we go back and you go into Game Pass games, then you can do the same thing. So by console type, and these will show you the current Xbox Series X games that are optimized. And this is as of recording this on 11/11. So more games are going to be added over time, but these are the current ones that are on Xbox Game Pass that you can download for the Series X and X that are optimized for it. And then, of course, the bottom is for the Xbox One games. So really neatly organized. And now that EA Play is included, you can also look at all these and install them right from here. Again, console type. There is currently no EA games that are optimized for the Series X, but that should be changing shortly in the next couple of weeks. I know that they have Madden and FIFA coming. I'm not sure what else is being optimized by them, but I know those two are definitely coming to be optimized. So I'll be looking forward to playing those. So that's really good with the way that this is organized. So I really like that. Going back to the home screen here, like I said, this is the guide. Things have been organized. You got your home. You got your My Games and Apps now. Some of the games that you can switch are going to be right here. Notifications are sitting there. Game Pass links, stores, search, audio. And if we scroll over, you got your friends there, your clubs, recently played with, find someone. You can start a party right from here. Your achievements, you can check out your gaming leaderboard and see who's on top. Your next achievement, so it kind of points you in a direction on what you should get. And then you can, of course, record, capture screenshots, all that stuff, and you can come in here into the capture settings. And now you can record, you can set the recording length as before. You can set the gameplay resolution. Actually, I'm going to change mine now. And when you do 4K captioning, it can only be 30 seconds long. There can't be any more than that. But that's perfectly fine by me. And it will tell you where to capture it, so you can put it right on the internal. So yeah, we'll leave that like that. And yeah, so that's kind of a quick look into the interface. Like I said, not much has changed here. If you guys are used to the fact of what if you guys have been using the Xbox now for the last couple of weeks and you got this update on the Xbox One X console, this is kind of similar to you guys. But there are a couple of features that, of course, we need to talk about, which is the speed of this thing. This thing does not lag at all. Like, if I scroll through here, go through my games and apps, you can see that these things load so much faster than they used to. Oh, hold on, it's only showing us the ones that I actually have installed. If I go to my full library and I go to all the games I own, this is loading extremely quick. No issues at all. It doesn't lag behind like the other system, the Xbox One X system did. So everything is snappy, never lags. I never have any issues coming in to add things. Like, everything is super, super snappy, which is so much better than the other system was that it lagged all the time. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with a game like Tetris Effect Connected. And we're sitting here on the main menu. And let's go ahead and pretend that we're just looking through the menu and stuff, and we decide to play one of these modes here. We decide to play the classic mode for a high score. We start game. And let's say we're sitting here and we're playing Tetris. Let's say in the middle of playing Tetris, you're like, you know what, we want to play something else right now. So we go ahead and we switch, open up the guide, and we're like, alright, I want to play some Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Starts launching here for the first time. Go to the menu here. Go and select our story. Go to New York. As you can see right now, we're obviously here playing Tony Hawk, right? So we're over here, we're playing some Tony Hawk. We're doing our thing. And again, in the middle of playing Tony Hawk here, as we're playing, we go, alright, I'm kind of done with Tony Hawk right now. I want to go back to play some Tetris. So, come back here, you click on Tetris Effect Connected, and you'll see on the top corner there, it says Quick Resume. So what that means is the game was actually paused in the exact position that we left off at. So you can see here, it actually lets us just resume right where we left off, and things are exactly where we left them. The exact piece that we just did is exactly where it is, and it's the exact same philosophy. If you go back into Tony Hawk, because you're like, alright, now I want to go play some Tony Hawk again, it will say Quick Resume right at the top, and it will do the exact same thing. And you're literally sitting right here, right where it left off, and you can continue playing Tony Hawk without any issues at all. Now, granted, right now, there is some issues with some of the Xbox Series X optimized games that Microsoft is currently working on, so it's turned it off in some of the games like Gears of War and Forza and stuff, which is why I didn't show those, because there's some issues with those right now where it's not doing the quick resume even though it's supposed to. Microsoft is fixing this, and they'll have a fix out soon. So as of right now, the ones that I see that are working are the majority of the ones I tried on the Xbox One, and for the Xbox One games, and then some 360 games are also working. So, but this feature is going to be outstanding when it actually starts working, and we can actually get it going with the Xbox Series X games. So, but that's a quick idea on how Quick Resume works, and I think it's going to be a game changer for how we play games, especially for someone like me who plays a lot of games back and forth all the time. But let's go ahead and get out of this, and let's actually go ahead and start up and show you guys some of the graphics that you guys can expect on here. So let's go ahead and open up Forza Horizon 4. Give you an idea of what the load times are in this game as well, since this is the first time we're launching it. So you can see it loaded up pretty quickly, and I think that games, well, once they get smarter on how to, make games for the Xbox Series X in general, those logos that are popping up there probably won't. If they just remove those and it just goes straight into the game, these games will probably load even faster, because it's taking time to load that logo screen for no reason, because it's not obviously going anywhere. Here's where it's actually loading right now, where it's actually trying to get into the game. So you can see how fast that loading, especially if you've played Forza Horizon before, you can see how fast that loading actually is. Alright,
So here we are with Forza Horizon 4. Also my great driving skills. So you can see that this game looks outstanding on the Series X. Even though this game is like 2 years old, it's still one of the showpieces on the Series X, just to how good it looks, even compared to the original one on the Xbox One X, because they did some nice work to it. You can see, you know, really nice shadows. You can see the lighting has been improved. You can see the resolution is now at a steady 4K. Of course, 60 FPS without any issues. And we're at a perfect spot here with the snow, because everything just looks fantastic on the Xbox Series X here with this game. And granted, my gameplay is not fantastic, because I haven't played this game in a while, to be honest. But regardless, you can still see how smooth this game is running and how great it looks in 4K on here. I'm also driving a car that is definitely not meant to be driving in the snow here, obviously. Nobody takes a sports car in the snow and thinks it's going to go well. So that's another thing as well. Yeah, we're done. I thought I was going to make that turn without slowing down, and I definitely didn't. And we're going to slide all the way down the hill.
Guys, I just got a call from Alex Strachan, our own off-road
But
guru
yeah,
here.
even though we're sitting here on the floor crashed, you can see like the trees and everything, how everything looks. It just looks fantastic for this game on the Series X. Like I said, if you guys are fans of this game, this is definitely one to look out for. And actually, I'm going to grab this car right here.
Whatever could it mean?
Well,
You go and investigate. Amy Simpson has got your music needs sorted here.
Car laying on the road. Oh yeah, I see that there's cars laying on the road. I thought that was the bar it was telling me to go to. But yeah, guys, this game looks fantastic. Definitely check this one out on the Series X if you already have it, and it's on Game Pass regardless. So even if you don't have it, you can definitely check it out on there. Let's go ahead and move to Gears of War. So if we go back here, and let's start up some Gears 5. We'll do some multiplayer so you guys can get a feel for how that is, but we'll see how that goes. You're also seeing how fast this will load from scratch as well. Like I said, compared to other games. Or compared to how it was in the Xbox One X. See how fast these load times are. Never gonna get bored of this. That's for sure. Actually, this is technically the true loading right now, because this is going to the actual main menu. But this used to take a long time on the Xbox One X. Yeah, you can see that that's much quicker than it used to be. If you guys remember playing Gears. I mean, this game already looked good before, but if you guys have played this game before, you know how good this looks right now. Start off with a boom shot, very nice. Ooh, I got killed! That's what happens when you're careless and you think you're just playing the AI and you're like, everything's gonna be fine. And then I got rocked. Definitely gets knocked. Of course, double tap A to stand up.
I'm done with you.
see those two guys. I'm playing on a small monitor screen. Apparently they don't actually like killing you, they just like to leave me. Let's not go in there Rambo like before.
Requesting aid! Medic!
So if you run out of ammo, I'm assuming that you're just dead. I haven't played Gears in a while. Also, I'm playing Arms Race, which means I get to use all weapons instead of just a shotgun that I, of course, love to use. So now I'm getting used to all these weapons that I never really use in multiplayer at all, to be honest.
Ooh, nice.
But that's fine, we're still showing off the graphics here. How good this game looks. Who was that? Oh, wow, he was right behind me.
Keep dreaming at.
I got a shotgun. You guys are mostly down. You can't mess with me with the shotgun.
Fine now. Still got it.
Ooh, right. So yeah, that gives you guys a good idea of what the graphics are like and what the gameplay you guys can expect to be like. I think it looks fantastic on the Series X. Of course, it runs fantastic as well with no issues at all. And this game has always been a lot of fun. So, and I feel pretty bad with it right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and quit out of this. So that gives you guys a little bit of a look of what you guys can expect so far on the day of launch that this game has come out that I've been playing with, on how Forza Horizon 4, a quick look at how that looks like and a quick look at what Gears 5 looks like. But of course we're going to be getting more games and I'm going to be diving into more games here in the future. And I'm going to be doing a full comparison, of course, with the PS5. But for now, the impressive stuff that I'm looking at here is the speed of everything is launching. As you guys saw some examples already, and the quick resume feature is a game changer. I can't wait till they bring that back, like I said, to some of the other titles, because like right now, Gears 5 and Forza, when you quick resume, it does not leave where you left off. But that is only because they turned it off right before launch because they were having some issues, and it's going to be brought back shortly. But some of the games are still working, like Tetris Effect Connected works fine when I did it, and Tony Hawk, which is an Xbox One games, also works with Quick Resume, which is a fantastic feature. Like I said, when it's working, I think it's going to be a game changer for someone like me who rotates games a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to the table so we can sit down and talk about these last early impressions of the Xbox Series X. Alright guys, so that was the Xbox Series X. You guys got to see some gameplay there, how the Quick Resume works, how fast apps and games are actually opening up right now. Quick Resume is a really cool feature when it actually works, and what I've noticed is it actually is only not working right now because Microsoft is working on some issues that they had last minute with the Series X optimized games. When you want a quick resume from 360 games to Xbox One to Xbox One games, it doesn't seem to have many issues there. Most of those games work. It's just the optimized ones that are having some issues that they hope to address really soon here. But I'm really, really impressed so far with how fast everything in the menu never lags anymore when you're scrolling through. The store is like night and day compared to what the original Xbox One X was like as far as using that thing. The interface is now fantastic and so much fun to use. And like the games obviously all look graphically better and stuff like that, just like we were expecting with this console. But the speed is really the star of the show in the Xbox Series X here, on how fast it is to get into the games, how fast it is to quick resume between both of them, how fast games open up in general is really, really impressive. And the graphics, of course, are also impressive because it is a gigantic boost to it is a boost to what it was there before. But I will say that, of course, without having like a marquee title to actually be able to enjoy these games, it's definitely not as impressive as what I'm hoping to see on the PS5, because the PS5 has exclusives coming out for it on day one. It has the controller features that I'm really looking forward to using. It has a brand new interface, where here it's kind of the same interface as what we've had on the Xbox One X already for the last, few weeks for me. So
I'm definitely more excited to unbox and show you guys the interface and go through some games on the PS5 than I am on the Xbox Series X. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that the Xbox Series X isn't good. It just means that there's not that next-gen excitement because a lot of what's here is the same. The controls is the same. The interface is the same. What we're used to is the same. Everything is just way faster, like much, much faster. And also, of course, more impressive on the graphics front and stuff. So there's still more to dive into for me, and I can't wait to dive into it more and keep putting it through its paces. Of course, my PlayStation 5 unboxing and first impressions are going to come up next with the interface overview. And then after that, I'll do an Xbox Series X versus PS5 to tell you guys what my thoughts are on both, which one you guys should buy, and all those kinds of things. That will come after that, and we'll be doing some live streams on both consoles. So look forward to that, and stay tuned to this channel and subscribe. If you guys have any questions about what I've talked about today so far, as always, leave those comments down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Gaming Techie is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie. Gaming Tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie.